Welcome to the Iron Man and welcome to the 2022 TT launch. We've persuaded a handful of our favourite TT superstars to answer a bunch of our questions. This is 44 Teeth's 20 questions TT edition.
Prerace is a poo, isn't it? A nervous poo. Porn star was one option.
I'd take either.
It's a long time since I've been steaming.
I think animal spunk would be less weird.
You're pretty annoying.
Pink.
Oh, mate.
And it's warm as well.
Ooh.
What's your favourite section of track?
Don't really have a favourite, however, if I was going to choose, Kurt Michael.
All of it is always the answer, but the mountain section. If I had to pick one, the mountain section.
Glen Helen section.
Corey Benz maybe. Balacry jump's pretty good when you get that, when it doesn't go too mental.
Mountain.
Glen Helen section. Winnie's enclosure.
My corner, McGuinness is, so, you know.
That bit where you go through checker flag, do it aping.
The winner's enclosure.
That's the one.
What's the scariest section of track?
I would say the bottom of Bagaro.
Okay.
It's, a lot more frightening than people think. Everyone always thinks Bray Hill, but Bray Hill's actually quite simple and easy. Yeah. The bottom of Bagaro, not so much.
Ginger Hall to Ramsey.
Is it the Wagon and Horses jump where you go past Crosby? Go past Crosby with the crest there, every lap there.
Crosby jump, maybe. Ballagare, bottom of Bagara.
About 30 seconds before setting off.
Fucking bottom of Bray Hill. Probably some of them big left-handers at the end of the straights on the mountain. Yeah. You know, you can't see a lot, and you've got to go in there fucking committed, haven't you?
Bray Hill, lap 1, lap 3, lap 5.
13th.
Conker trees and then the right, left after it.
I like that.
If you wasn't a TT racer and you could have any job in the world, what would it be?
Porn star was one option, still is an option. I've always wanted to be a bike racer. If I wasn't going to be a bike racer, however, it was a fighter pilot, flying a jet.
Anything in the world, I'll be a motocross rider, because that's what I grew up doing, riding motocross, racing motocross, and to be honest, it's what I always wanted to be. I wanted to be a motocross racer, and it was only in the last probably 5 years, if that, probably 5 years, 5-6 years, that I've wanted to be a TT racer and a superbike rider. Before that was motocross, so yeah, definitely that.
Do you know what? I don't know what I don't know what I'd like to do. What would you like to do?
Well, I always wanted to be a MotoGP rider.
Yeah.
But that's getting more and more unlikely.
Mate, yeah, that boat sailed. I know.
Maybe like Air Force or something like that. It wouldn't be money driven, it'd be more satisfaction, speed. You know, some people want to be successful and rich, but I'd rather have quality of contentness and experience, and I think flying like fighter jets or something like that would be pretty up there.
I don't know, that's a tough question, innit? Because I would like to be a professional cyclist.
Professional nothing doer. Like, I'm pretty good at that anyway. Porn star. Shagging for a living. Mm-hmm. No, I'm joking, love. I'm all right. There's not a lot of revenue coming out of that.
Professional speedo rider?
I'd be a lumberjack in northern Italy.
What's your favourite tipple at the bar?
I'm a bit of a rum and coke kind of guy, to be fair. It's like a spice rum, a golden one. So Captain Morgan's always been kind of my go-to drink, really.
I can't drink beer, so I like changing it up, like a gin and tonic, like anything really. bit of everything, one of each, just no beer, unless you got gluten-free beer.
A mixture of lager or bitter, to be honest, depending on what mood I'm in. If I'm in a booze and you have some nice hand pulls on, I'll have an ale. If not, I'll have a beer.
Depends where I'm at. If it's hot, then I like a nice cold lager, but took a little shine to grass vodka recently, the old Polish vodka. It's pretty vodka, but Polish vodka and apple juice, no ice, and you can run it real rich, like super strong mixture, and it just tastes like apple juice. It's dangerous, but quite funny, because it goes from like 0 to freaking crazy pretty quick. So I'd recommend that if anyone hasn't tried it.
I like Guinness if it's proper good Guinness, yeah, which in England's quite hard to get, but unlucky for me, the pub at the end of my road is good Guinness, so it's, yeah.
Jack Daniels and Coke. You know that. Anything any other fucker's buying. Anything alcoholic and someone else is buying, the bastard.
I don't drink. Actually don't drink. Anything anybody hands me that's free.
Depends what bar. If it's a proper pub, then a proper pint of ale. But if it's in Italy, then an Aperol.
What's the most pissed you've ever been?
Yeah, I had a night out in Belfast, and I don't really suffer with hangovers. I don't, like we had quite a big night last night, nothing this morning. I was still pissed at 2 in the afternoon, that's how drunk I was. Yeah, I wasn't very good. I was not very well the next day, and that must have been probably about 3 years ago, I would have thought.
Oh, Monday night was a big one at John's house. His 50th birthday was big.
Just numerous occasions. I can't quite pinpoint one.
Too many, I think. I've been in some bad, like everybody. Yeah, I know you've been in some bad. I found a funny picture on my phone, actually, me and you at Birmingham.
All right.
Do you remember that, mate, that time when?
Yeah.
And I burnt some matey with a cigarette. He gave me.
Oh, we got in a fight, didn't we?
Yeah. No, it wasn't. Yeah, and there's me and we had a selfie, but it was very blurred. I can't really remember it. I wouldn't have remembered it if I hadn't found a picture.
Yeah.
But he didn't find it very funny when I burnt it with this.
It's a long time since I've been steaming. But yeah, probably here after senior on a Friday night.
One party in particular in Australia, which is, pretty much everyone hated me after. That's how I know I've been real pissed, when I wake up and everyone's like, hates me.
Saturdays.
Probably. Most pissed I've ever been was off a glass of potching, Irish, whatever it is, potato skin death drink. I had one of them when I won the British Championship in '99 at Donington. And I couldn't find my way back to the motorhome. The only way I recognised it was my motorhome because it had different mirrors on it. Because I was blind drunk. You know, you say you're blind drunk? Yeah. But I thought that was a wind-up. I was blind. So I was like, that's my motorhome. Into the shower, spewed, peed, pooed, all in one go, a whole lot. She's just like that, just showering me down with a shower. Honestly, we're in. I actually went to hospital. No doctors, because I was spewing blood and all. Yeah, not good. Yeah, not good.
Have you got any pre-race rituals?
Not really, but I get ready in the same way every time. I don't really know why. It's like when I put my leathers on, it's always my right foot, then my left foot, and then my right boot, my left boot. My right hand goes in before my left, that sort of stuff, and then helmet on, it's always right glove, left glove. I have no real reason why, but that's how I do it. It wouldn't affect me if I didn't do it that way, but that's just the way I always do it.
Not really.
Nope, I don't. Put left glove on first, but I'm not sure if that's habit or a ritual.
No, I did start getting into some, but it just gets silly. So I just canned it all, and now I just get on with it, because it doesn't fucking matter what way you put your gloves on or what you got with you, does it? Or what you do or don't do. It matters what you do on the bike.
Absolutely nothing, because I'd forget, and I'd be like halfway down Bray Hill and go, oh shit, I forgot to put my left glove on first or right glove on. So yeah, I've got nothing.
No, not really. Just try and just chill out and not think about it too much.
Probably have a shite. Which is true, you know, you don't want to crash and shit your pants and then fucking take your pants down and you've got a lot of shite in there, do you? True, you've shat yourself, haven't you? Can you still shit? No, still have a shite.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, pre-race is a poo, isn't it? A nervous poo. So when I'm on the pant, I have to just say a prayer. Not that I'm religious, but I'll say a prayer to DJ, to Ronnie Smith, to Gus Scott, to Mick Lofthouse, and to be fair, there's a lot on my list, and I just say it in my head. asked him to look after me, which is pretty bizarre. I had the voodoo doll on the back of my helmet there. I was kissed, stick a penny down my leathers and tap on the shoulder and away.
Loads. Toilet a lot, I think.
Yeah. Daft stuff.
Yeah.
Put my left sock on first, and then I've got another sock that my mother-in-law bought me about 10 years ago, and I hated them, but we won a race with wearing one, so I thought that's it, I've got to wear that sock now forever. Just one, yeah. Don't ask me why, just one. Held together by bits of thread now.
Who's the most annoying person you know?
Probably my crew chief, Daz.
Oh, Lee Johnson's got to be up there. He's, yeah, I think he probably gets on everyone. Funny though.
I don't want to say any names. I'm going to punch you in the face later.
That's a good question. I don't want to get in trouble. There's a few, but I don't want to like open anything up.
Outside of Gary Johnson, a drunk Gary Johnson.
You're pretty annoying.
Davo, when he's pissed, he's fucking annoying, isn't he? Great guy when he's sober, fucking annoying when he's pissed. Davo when he's pissed.
Stuart Garner.
Lee Dickinson.
James Brindley.
If you could go out for a drink with anyone in the world, alive or dead, who would it be?
I think I would actually quite like to just have a proper chat with Rossi. Like I've spoken to him a few times, but never at length. Yeah. I think it'd be. I bet he's got some really cool stories that nobody really knows about.
Like Jeremy McGrath was always a massive hero of mine, coming from again the motocross background.
Ray Mears.
Maybe Joey or DJ. They'd have some good stories, I think, from the island.
My dad.
Mike Howard.
I like drinking with you, Miguel.
Joey Dunlop.
Winston Churchill.
Rossi.
Pink or stink?
Again, it's a tough one to decide, isn't it? I'm going pink, actually.
Pink.
Pink.
Pink. Too old for stink. I'm over that.
Pink.
Barracuda.
Pink.
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 What's the stupidest thing you've ever done?
Crashing on an outlap to the grid in BSB was probably, that's pretty stupid, to be honest. Yeah, it's not ideal.
I like to not have any regrets, so I do stupid things, but you know what, you move on, you deal with it. It's one of those.
What is the most stupidest thing I've ever done? Do you know what, I don't know.
When I did R6 Cup, I did 117 and I'd R6 in the garage. Foolishly, I wanted to see how fast it would go on the paddock stand. On a champion paddock stand, it had them crappy little forks, you know, the little thingy. And I was facing out the garage. My mum's Vauxhall Cavalier was facing the garage, door open, and it went to the speed I went to 176 mile an hour. With me sat on the fucking thing. I don't know if that's the stupidest, but it just sprung to mind.
Did that end in tears?
No, but I don't think I'd be here. I don't think I'd be here if that had gone wrong. I remember the sensation of the vibration and the noise. God knows what the neighbours thought of that thing doing the. Come here, friggin' hell, yeah. I mean, I think there's stupider things than that, but that was sprung to mind.
Oh, I tell you one stupid thing. I took my 250 to the Ulster Grand Prix and didn't tell my boss, and I fucking high-sized and broke my collarbone on the first lap of practice before I'd even rode any of my team's bikes. That was pretty fucking stupid.
Don't know. I've done a lot of stupid shit. Yeah, I can't narrow it down. Just one of those 100 things that I've done that was just stupid.
Fucking, I can't single them out. I just fall from one bit of fucking stupidity to the other, don't I? You know what I mean.
Ride the Norton.
I did one yesterday. Nearly crashed that electric tram we were driving. You know, when it's like, the control thing was like, basically clockwise to go, anti-clockwise to stop. And he said, stop. because we were slowing right down, and I just went the wrong way and sped the thing up. Nearly wrote it off and nearly killed a bloke who rang it off at back. I'm like, why have you done that? But I did.
You got it to wheel spin.
Yeah.
Steak pie or apple pie?
Steak pie.
Can't eat either.
Steak pie.
Steak.
I can't eat steak pie, but I fucking like steak pie, so I'd say steak pie.
Steak, 100%. Apples are yuck. I had an apple once, it was bad.
Depends which sort of apples you use. I like them little mushed up ones, don't like proper apples and that. But I'd probably have a steak pie.
Steak pie.
Steak pie.
Steak pie.
Does it take a different type of person to be fast around the TT course compared to short circuits?
Yes, maybe it does.
Different riding style for sure. Different riding styles.
I think you got to be stupid. I don't know. I know it's a different type of person. It's just it's the want. I think almost.
Not really. I think you just got to have the right approach to it, you know. And if you can ride a motorbike fast, you can ride a motorbike fast. You just have to channel your thoughts into how you're going to do it.
Not really, no. I think because it can't take a different type, because the types that are all here are all so different. So what do you class as being? We can't all be like odd, can we? Or all be tall or short or whatever, or mad, because we're all completely different. So I thought that last night. I think we're all different. So no.
I think so.
To be fair, yeah, anyone can ride around a track out there, and anyone can ride around the TT. But to do it fast, committed on a race line, you know what I mean? They'll let any knobs do it sometimes, though, won't they, Boothy?
I don't think so. I mean, it's a bit more calculated, a bit more difficult, because Brooks turned up and done it, Hickman's turned up and done it, and some top BSB riders have come and done it, haven't they? So no, not really.
It's just mindset. I think if somebody's fast and wants to be successful, you'll do it anyway. If they asked me to ride a sidecar up a back alley and I'd get one of them big silver things, then I'd do it, you know. I think that's how I feel about it.
I think it's about concentration, different level of concentration, and being able to do what you're doing for that amount of time and be that accurate for that long.
What's your best memory from the TT?
Winning the senior in 18, 100%.
It's got to be the last lap I did round there in the senior TT in 2019, and came in and the guys told me I'd done 130 mile an hour lap, a 130 mile an hour lap.
Winning was the best memory, isn't it? Things like that.
Senior, 2015 senior, second position with John Hutchie on podium. That was pulling in that winners enclosure. That was probably my best memory.
Winning the classic TT.
Got to be winning, hasn't it?
I would say winning. I won't say winning my first one is a long time ago, and it was a bit of an anticlimax. Didn't really know what to do, but 07 was nice. That first 130 was stunning. Just seeing mum, dad was there, missus, all the family in that winners enclosure. Sun was shining. Couldn't have got a better day. Yeah.
Winning.
The zero class was canned a few years ago. What would you like to see that class replaced with?
That's an interesting question. I don't know, actually. More races, I guess, but I kind of like, we all know the plans already for TT are going to change in the next year. You know, after this year, it's all changing again for next year, and there's already more races. So I'm guessing they're kind of already adding that already, because at the minute we only have like one super stock race, we only have one super twin race. So fingers crossed they're going to introduce more racing for us all, which we all want.
Like, I've always been a fan of other kinds of bikes, like supermotors and stuff like that. So maybe something like that, like a big supermotor class, or I don't know, single cylinders. I'll ride anything.
Do you know what? That is a good question. I don't know.
Maybe like a naked production bike, something a bit more level that would make it a little bit closer. But
Moto 3, because then I'd have a good chance of winning another one.
I don't know. Anything. Maybe something from the classic TT, maybe bring that over. I don't know.
C90s. You know, what's that? Island Nan TT on C90s.
Can I take my time? I'd like to. The first thing that came into my head was like a Moto 3 thing. Yeah. But it's not a place to develop riders, is it? You need a developed rider to come to the TT. So the thought of 60 Moto3 bikes going around is really, really cool. But if a Moto3 bike, if I sat on a Moto3 bike, it'd disappear up my arse crack, wouldn't it? So we're all a bit like Hickey on one. It's not really going to happen. He's too tall, isn't he?
Sidecar race 3.
Superbike or Supersport?
Superbike.
Superbike, for sure.
I don't have a preferred one. I like them in their own ways because they're so different. The 600 is just lovely to ride 'cause it's easier and you're riding really hard. But then I love the speed of the superbike.
Superbike, even though it scares me more, but I prefer it, weirdly.
Supersport.
Superbike, 100%. I'm a big rig. Big rigs like big bikes.
Supersport.
Superbike.
When do you think you're too old to race at the TT?
Never too old. Ask John McGuinness and Michael Rutter.
Honestly, I couldn't possibly say an age.
I don't know, John's 50 and he's still going.
Everybody's a bit different. Like, I don't want to be doing it when I don't think I want to be doing it when I'm 50, but then what do you replace it with? And when you step away from this job, everything else is pretty boring, isn't it? So I can't really answer that. I think the classic, some old boys are 60, 70 odd, aren't they? Some of them, and they're still going around on classic bikes. So I think it depends on your outlet and drive, I suppose.
I don't think it's ever really an age thing because it depends on, are you racing to win, or are you racing for the enjoyment of riding at the TT, or you know what I mean? There's different factors. So I'll stop when I don't think I can win because I've got no interest in coming. But you know what I mean? There's some people that race the TT that have never won or don't aspire to win. They want to go and finish and get a top 20, get a gold or a bronze replica, or a silver one. Everyone's got a different. So I don't think it's really up. No one's really fit to tell anyone to stop. It has to be their own decision.
When I'm 65.
When I get to John and fucking Michael's age, they're incapacitated nearly anyway, aren't they, the old bastards?
Probably last Saturday when I turned 50.
And that's like a really unique personal thing, I think. For me, hopefully I'll just know.
I don't know. I can't tell you that because I'm not thinking about that yet, but I don't know if you want to be, as long as you're safe, as long as you're doing a decent lap time,
Do you think if you made the TT safer by introducing massive areas of runoff, chopping all the trees down and stuff like that, it would mean the event would lose its character?
Yes.
If you made runoff everywhere and there was no curbs and no walls and just made it a 38-mile short circuit track, then it wouldn't be the same for sure. It is part of it that you have to ride to the conditions, and I think if you made it short circuit with loads of runoff everywhere where you could just crash and get away with it and be fine, I don't think it would be the same.
In a way, yeah, I'd have said so. Yeah, if let's say if you had 37 3/4 mile of short circuit, it wouldn't be the TT, would it?
Yeah.
I think it'd take a bloody hell of a lot of air fencing to do that, wouldn't it? So, yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's not. It's supposed to be this. It's like saying, oh, if we made the Dakar a bit smoother or flatter and not dunes and stuff, it wouldn't be the same, would it? So, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be dog shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Who's going to win MotoGP this year?
I think it's too tough to call, to be quite honest. There's a lot of really strong riders. I honestly don't know. I can't put my finger on anyone.
I'd love to see Bastianini, to be honest. I think he's riding so good and he's fun to watch.
Mate, that is a good question. I'd like to see what's his name won in America? Bassani, is it? Not Bassani. He's with Wilson, right? Being it. Bastianini. I'd like to see him win it because he's sort of been on the older Ducati last year and he had some real good races, didn't he? And podiums, and I'm like, to say that he's on the older bike and he came through, and now he's got the last year's bike and he just bang. It'd love to see somebody win on the last year's bike.
I think Quartararo will do it again, if I'm honest, but it's not going to be as easy as it was last year.
That's a good question. Jorge Martin.
Don't know, there's about freaking 5 of them that can win it. I'd like to see Spargo win it, to be fair, but something different.
Quattararo.
I want to say Bagnaia, but I think he's had too slow of a start.
If you had to sit in a bath full of shit or a bath full of spunk, what would you choose?
Yeah, jizz, I'm afraid, yeah. Yeah, I'm that guy.
Is it your own jizz? In your own shit?
No.
Someone else's?
Yeah.
Disgustingly, I think it'd have to be jizz, because I can't, like smell or see shit, I want to be sick, so I can't deal with that.
Fucking hell. I couldn't even, I can't even envisage that. I'll tell you what, right? If you can get a bath full of spunk, I'll sit in it. Right, because if you can have that many wanks to fill that fucking thing up, you know what I mean? Everyone's wanking in the bath. Fucking hell.
Oh, spunk, I think. Oh, I don't know. Like human spunk or animal spunk?
Would that make a difference?
I think animal spunk would be less weird.
Yeah,
Would it?
I think it has to be human shit and human spunk.
Okay.
And it's warm as well, it's fresh.
Spunk, I think. That would be more bearable than... That'd be... Yeah, probably spunk.
Okay.
I've gone all fucking hot thinking about that. Oh.
Would the jizz still be warm? Oh yeah, jizz.
So would the shit be though?
Yeah, warm jizz all day. That'd be a little bit like moisturiser, wouldn't it? Yeah, definitely jizz. Do you know, I've been in sewers before, and steel piss, right, is far worse than steel shit.
Jesus. Shit.
Shit.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably shit.
Bath full of jizz. Yeah, spunk, definitely, yeah. It's not going to be great, any of it, but yeah, shit is bad, isn't it? What sort of shit though? Like dog shit type things, or like
Human shit.
Like
yeah.
logs, or just
It would be like a sort of, imagine an average. So there'd be, obviously it would be more than one person's if it was a bath full. So just imagine.
Because I haven't had a solid shit for 30 years.
So there'd be some of that in there.
Yeah, but like diarrhea type.
Sink to the bottom, wouldn't it? And then.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good, would it?
It'd be bad, yeah.
No, jizz might be alright. Might be a bit like exciting, slidey a little bit.
Shit.
Who's spunk?
Anyone's you don't know. That's
Who's
No.
shit?
Anyone's.
Oh, mate.
And it's warm as well.
Ooh.
Shit.
Shit. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't fancy
No.
anybody else's
No. No.
fluid of that type. You mean anyway?
No. You can deal with shit,
Not
can't
anyway I
you?
can
But
think of anyway.
no.